Hi music students, welcome again to our music production class. In this video, I'll be discussing to you some points that you need to consider in writing lyrics for songs. Here are our learning targets. So our learning targets are, I can define the terms hook, lyrical hooks, and text or lyrics, identify the lyrical lines with literary devices and hooks, explain what makes the text or lyrics of a song catchy or appealing, suggest ways to improve the lyrics of an existing song, and write song text or lyrics with lyrical hooks and literary devices. As for our essential question, we will be answering this at the end of the lesson. How does one compose well-written song lyrics? Right. So let's look at this song as an example. Moon River, it's a very popular song. It is a classic song often recorded and covered by artists from every generation. It has even won 3 awards, including Academy Award for the Best Original Song, 1962 Grammy Awards for Song of the Year, and Record of the Year as well. So it makes such a great. What do you think makes it such a great song? So actually, one of the things that that makes it great is the use of literary devices or figurative language. So the literary devices actually they help catch the imagination, the attention of your intended audience. So the melody of this song, well, it's needless to say, it's very pleasant. But the lyrics, although they're very short, 2 stanzas long, they still carry a lot of meaning. These lines are very meaningful. So they're profound in a way that they can mean different things to different people. So what I'm going to tell you is my own interpretation of the song, and maybe you have your own as well later. So let's look at each line. The first line, Moon River, wider than a mile. So it uses imagery. It presents a mental image of a river where at the surface of the water, the moon is reflected, and then maybe there's also the general a clear visualization of the setting, like um, the person is perhaps riding or on a canoe and then paddling or maybe contemplating on the thoughts as he looks at the reflection of the moon, right? So those thoughts. So it's a mental image. And maybe there are also some symbolisms used here, like river wider than a mile might mean that and then I'm crossing in style. These 2 lines might mean that the river is the dreams that have to be achieved, or the journey, or the journey that has to end someday. So it's the things that you want to achieve in life, right? So for me, that's what it means. So you can see from there, it's very profound. Next, guys, literary device is apostrophe. So apostrophe, by definition, is when you are talking to someone that is not there, not real, or perhaps um, uh, it's an imaginary person, right? So here, the person is talking to the dream maker, but we don't know who that is or where that person is. Then there's also a paradox here. The dream maker is supposed to make your dreams come true, also breaks that person's heart. Okay, but even if that person breaks the heart of even if the dream maker breaks the heart of that person, the person is still willing to follow that person wherever that person is going, diba? Wherever you're going, I'm going your way. So now, guys, to others, that might mean that when dreaming, you have to make sacrifices, you have to prepare to make sacrifices because life is not always an upward slope. So, but the interpretation still depends on you. As for me, this is how profound this song means. So, art and music, anyway, allows us to experience different things differently. Okay? So, now, even if the writer did not directly state these messages, these meanings, we are coming to realize that the song must be talking a lot about the person's dreams and aspirations, but that's not directly stated there. So that is the beauty of literary devices. When you use literary devices in songs, even if you're not very direct with your message, it sometimes it becomes even more potent or even more meaningful, conveys more ideas, more meanings, more feelings. Even if you're not very direct with your words, you are playing with your words, you convey a lot more. Okay? So, next, you can even interpret um, even interpret that here that this song is about the road that your friends take in your quest and in your journey in your journey to your dreams and happiness. So maybe the dream maker is your companion, diba? It's not the heartbreaker, it's maybe just a companion as you struggle in this life. So there are three persons here already, the Moon River, dream maker, and then the heartbreaker. So they may refer to your dreams, but also your friend who is with you throughout the struggle, up to you. So let's look at the next stanza. Here, we can get a glimpse of what is running through the mind of the person talking here, or the persona. So the second stanza, the second stanza talks about the two drifters, which must be the person talking here and the other person, which is it can be the friend of the person, or it can be the river, or it can be the dream, the river that accompanies him, or the dream that maybe the dream itself is the person's companion. So it's up to you to interpret who these two drifters are. Definitely, the one of the drifters here is the person talking. So they're off to see the world, which is there's a lot to see in that world. All right. Okay, but in the end, there is success waiting at the end of these dreams, as referred to by the rainbow's end. So what do you find at the rainbow's end? Of course, it's the pot of gold. So it's just waiting around the corner. It's like you have to push a little bit more because the success is waiting just around the corner. And then, so what are the prominent feelings evoked in this song through these words, through the literary devices used? Then it's hopefulness and optimism, and you cannot just convey that by saying, "Oh, what if you're very direct?" Diba? You just say, "I have a friend who's with me in the struggle called life, etc." So that's overused. Those words are overused already. And using literary devices, we can make it more artistic, more musical, even even if they're just words, right? So here, hopefulness and optimism, in my opinion, but that was never mentioned here directly. So sometimes it's better to not be too direct with your words. You can convey more when you are indirect. Next, guys, going back to to what we were talking about, literary devices. There are several literary devices or figurative language used in the song. The first one I mentioned, personification, which is here, the Moon River, which if you will do a more thorough research about this, the John Mercer, the lyricist of this song is very close to the river, to a blue river, which can be found in his hometown when he was just a child. So he personified that river and used it as a character in this particular song. So Moon River, how can it have the ability to make your dreams come true or break your heart, right? So that's not a person. So it's personified then. So what is personification? Giving human qualities to inanimate or abstract things like the river. Next, we also have rhyme here, Moon River, Dream Maker, Heartbreaker, and Drifter. And it's used to connect all those four beings introduced in the song. Another literary device is metonymy. So what do you find at the rainbow's end? It's the pot of gold. That pot of gold is substituted or is used as the to substitute the idea of success of your goals and dreams. Next is the literary device allusion. So allusion. So here it's what is allusion? It is when you refer to cultural works such as the Bible or the Greek mythology. When you refer to something else, when a writer mentions some other work or refers to an earlier part of the current work. Okay? So going back, there are two primary allusions made here. The first one is the legends about the leprechauns who is protecting or hiding the pot of gold at the rainbow's end. And then there is there is already an allusion to a legend. So changes changes the comparison to something similar to a reward at the end of the struggle. Next is the reference to Mark Twain's novel here, Huckleberry. You can see there, Huckleberry Finn, the friend of Tom Sawyer. So Huckleberry Finn is always by Tom's side through thick and thin. So read up on the novel, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn. So the idea of about a friend who faced the world ahead on with you is strengthened through this allusion. And there's also a paradox happening here in the form of the Moon River. So the persona says that he wants to surpass the river or cross the river, but still follow the river's steed. So wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Again, the river can be interpreted as the dream, the struggle, or the friend that you have with you in life. So there. I know that we're going deeper here. Maybe it's not the actual message of the song anymore, but still, it the use of it's just showing us that the literary device can make your song more profound. It can make it deeper. We can derive a lot of meanings from it just by using them, right? Okay. Next, so what's the next important message of the song after dreams? Then, so it's friendship, the importance of joy and of having friends in a person's life. So hopefully, after I've discussed my interpretation to you, then you have realized how great this piece of music is. Do the composers or writer agree with my interpretation? Maybe, or maybe not. So, but that's the beauty of in words and music, right? So there's no single correct interpretation.